Hi, I'm Jim Lake. I've got another interesting bit of video for you, which I took right here on this deck, facing in the direction right behind me. And again, as I usually do, at an azimuth of 270 degrees and an elevation of 60 degrees. I took the video a couple of weeks ago, and I've been thinking about how to present it, because this extremely interesting object only appears on the video for 2 frames, and these are 1/15 of a second each, so we're talking about 1/7 of a second. And it doesn't appear alone. There are actually 2 objects, and they appear together in conjunction with one another, I believe. One of them is a familiar, and that is a flyby. The second object is mysterious because not only does it appear structured, but it is multicolored. And you can look at it and make your own judgments about what you think it is. Anybody that knows me knows what I think it is, and why it appears here to me. But in any event, it only makes an appearance for an extremely short period of time. So when you look at the video, you need to be patient with it and get a good look at what I did see. So without further belaboring the issue, let's go ahead and have a look at it. Now, I recognize that you probably didn't see anything, but I'm going to go back now to where the first object appears, and I'm going to zoom in on this lower left-hand part of the screen and try and give you a better look at what appears there. At this point, I'm going to move ahead in the clip frame by frame, moving ahead frame by frame. These are 1/15 of a second frames, and the object is completely dark until that frame, and then it just suddenly pops out of the background, brightly lit. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit more. It does begin to pixelate completely out of view at this point. As you can see, it appears to have 2 glowing yellow balls, one on either end, and then some kind of a red bar, perhaps in between. It's very difficult to tell. Now, moving ahead in the clip again, frame by frame, the total duration is about 6 seconds in between these 2 events. The last object, which I have nicknamed a dumbbell, appears for 2 frames. Okay, now we've moved ahead about 6 seconds, and you will begin to see the second object appear. Notice that a white ball has appeared in this area. Let me just continue frame by frame. It brightens up to be very bright and then once again disappears. Again, I'm going to zoom in on the area of interest, which is right here, and go back to the beginning, and I'll play through now in a zoomed mode at normal speed. And in that view, you can see that the object is moving. It's moving off to the upper left-hand part of the screen. It appears very dimly right there. And then as we go backwards, frame by frame, you can see that it suddenly comes out. It appears to turn a light on very brightly just for a moment, and then goes right back into the dark. Eventually it disappears completely right in about here. And we'll go ahead one more time and go forward on this with both objects that are visible. Hopefully they're both going to be visible in this view. I'm going to go out a little bit and try one more time. I didn't really get what I wanted that time. You come down here, and we'll go ahead and try it one more time. Starting now. There we go, one more time. This object is just extremely brief. Okay, stopping it. And you might believe that those two objects are completely unconnected with one another, but I don't. I think that they are either the same object or that they are a pair of objects that are intentionally appearing the way they do. I suppose the question we all have is, what are these things and why do they appear in the night sky the way they do? Why appear for only a fraction of a second, one time, in a remote location in the mountains in Montana late at night? Well, first, I believe you have to discard the idea that these are man-made satellites of some sort. They're not. They don't exhibit satellite behavior. There's something else entirely that can move at will, appear and disappear, change course and accelerate at will. They're structured, that is, they have a form other than just a light in the sky. They can change colors. They can be blindingly bright or disappear in the darkness. They want to be seen, but only selectively and only briefly. They're totally silent. They can hover for extended periods. They have no visible engines or control surfaces. We know these things because we've seen them over and over. But what are they? It's pretty obvious to me that they're spacecraft. Whose spacecraft? Well, maybe ours, maybe someone else's. We can't tell from what we see. But I suspect we're all going to know sometime very soon. Thanks for watching.